Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go now.
From the gun, it's Rosen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
3rd and long here for Rosen. That one caught by Gibson. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Daniels dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
No. Check. Patriot.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys that just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Back 99, Philly.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. On 1st down, Daniels. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. Fournette, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. On third down, that's McDonald. He's got the first down and more past the 40. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line.
Detroit!
Now they try the right side here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Forced out to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Detroit!
And they'll throw it with Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down, Daniels. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already on their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're 1 to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go. Watch him now, Barney.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They go play action. It's Rosen. He'll buy some time right. Bust through the tackle. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty makes this a much more manageable 3rd down, 3rd and 2.
No, check, Patriot! No, check, Patriot! Detroit!
And now it's Rosen looking. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Set! 319! 319! Gone!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And the Raiders have got him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Set! 319! 319! Hot!
Now Rosen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They begin with a run by Fournette, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Daniels. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Leopard!
He'll get it up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
And that is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help. Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
The Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw is Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gibson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. On first down, it's Rosen, escaping the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
All right, now, look at 56.
Play action here with Rosen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Detroit!
Now Rosen looking to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Chris Conley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this 1st half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Gun! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Daniels. Wide open receiver complete. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Short kick. One of the up men will take it now. So we have reached halftime in what's an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Throwing on 1st down. Daniels. Looking deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On first down, Daniels. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught at the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And give him a gain of 37. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now Leonard Fournette. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple, down to the 19.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Looking to throw on second down. Daniels. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first down? And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
after the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Rosen will throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
No, check, Patriot! Detroit!
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Detroit!
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Over the middle, complete. It's Black. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now out come the Steelers. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Now a handoff looking right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, Rosen. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Daniels. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Detroit! Detroit!
After the interception, here's Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. On the run, it's Fournette. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Watch 35. Watch 35.
To throw on 2nd down. Daniels. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after try forthcoming. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Space to maneuver at the 40. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will get him one closer. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there, and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
They'll indeed run here right off the bat. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Back to throw. Daniels. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
This is Fournette. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the third quarter. Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Looking to throw on second down. Daniels. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Give me some.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! All right, now, lucky 56.
Throwing on 1st down. Daniels. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We could talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
They get it to him running left. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point now by Boswell. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will shave one more off this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Running left, it's Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Avery Williamson there to make the stop. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Gone!
Looking to throw. Daniels. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
To throw on second down. Daniels, flush to his right. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19! Leopard! Leopard!
And they'll run it here. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that. but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And the Raiders have got him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Raiders, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week to take